So thank you for that keynote talk. Next up, we have Chen Amit, CEO of Tipalti, who is here to talk about 3 payment must-haves for global video networks. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Can I get the presentation on? Great. Up? It's okay. Cool. Great, thank you. So, my name is Chen Amit. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Tipalti. We automate payment operations for the monetization world. We started with video in the very, very early days, almost 7 years ago, with Interactive being one of our very first customers, and we've evolved since. With the 10 minutes I have today, I'll speak about 3 key topics to think about when you think about paying your publishers and network. I just ran here from the parking. I'm on the wrong side. Okay, cool. So the 3 main topics for us that we think are key in managing your payment operations include managing the complexities of payment operations, dealing with the suppliers, with the publishers, onboarding them, vetting them, making sure that you're paying good, payable publishers, that you're not in any risk when you're paying them. Scalability, when you're a high growth company like most of our customers, ramping up your supplier base will involve a lot of interaction with them. Most of it is content specific for you, and you know how to deal with that. All the payments part about managing suppliers, communicating the status of payments, handling payment issues, making sure that you're paying in a way that is regulated by the financial world, in a way that is regulated by tax laws, etc., etc. All that requires a lot of effort. To scale efficiently, you need to have good systems in place, and the risks that come with that. And given that your supplier base, your payee base is likely global, most of our customers have a very global payee base. There are different needs and requirements and flavors for different payees in different areas of the world. When you either start or when you're growing enough that it becomes a pain, and it becomes a pain very early on in the process, you need to think how you solve that. In the very early days, you'll put band-aids on parts of the problem. You'll throw PayPal here, you'll throw something else there, and you'll hope to deal with that this way. Obviously, it's good for the very early days. You need to focus on what's important and try to solve problems in an efficient way. But when you start growing, you need to think about a complete holistic solution that will be easy to integrate and to encompass, but will allow you to scale efficiently and globally. And for that, you need a solution that, again, outside of the scope of your domain-specific solution, or domain-specific or company-specific value proposition, you want a solution that will take all of that rest of the problem away from you. That rest of the problem is the key reason for many of your publishers to work with. The is really key for them. So reducing friction internally, ensuring that you have the proper processes inside, that the right person initiates the payments, that they get the tax workflow, if there is any. For instance, the companies are required to obtain an invoice or a payment request before they issue a payment. All of that happens before it gets to an approval process, and that the right signatory approves that you can scale globally efficiently, that you will comply with the regulations when you're paying into Germany and into the US and into Russia, India. Each country has some specific unique flavor for payment in that country. That you do it efficiently, that the costs associated are allow you to be attractive to your publishers. You can grow with that infrastructure. 2, the payment experience Many of you will be very differentiated and you'll have a unique asset or something that can attract publishers just to you, and you'll do great with that. But a lot of time the competition evolves and includes also the payment itself. How fast do you get paid? How easily do you get paid? In what currency? If the payment terms, if you are getting paid by your advertiser or by net 60 or net 90, can you make a payment early enough to be attractive to your publisher? All of those are key criteria for publishers when they decide who they work with. And in a survey we've done very recently, 69% said that if the payment experience would be negative, they would switch. So obviously if you have a unique asset, they won't. You'll be able to retain them through the unique asset. But if you are in a competitive situation, and most of us will be in competitive situations in our lives, then you need to be competitive not only in the content and in the assets you bring to the table, but also very important in the payment experience that you provide your publishers, in the transparency, in the error resolution, in the offer of payment methods of currencies and so on. Then very important is to protect against risk and fraud. Risk in the payment world is substantial. For us, we think, okay, we did great, we provided an experience that generated revenue, we now need to pay that individual across the ocean, but that individual may be a person you should not work with. Maybe they are blacklisted due to money laundering, for tax evasion, for whatever the case may be, and the onus is on you. You are responsible by law to make sure that you are not paying any bad actors. And there are ways to avoid that, and there are ways to protect it. And you need to make sure that you are doing that, and that you're not taking neither a company risk but also a personal risk. If you are the CFO or the CEO or the CEO of the company, it's also a personal risk. It doesn't stop at the company level. So you need to make sure that you're scanning the right blacklists, that you are making sure that your fraudsters, those who initiate click fraud or whatever the case may be, that they are not coming through the back door, that they are not hiding and coming, found a vulnerability and you shut them down on one instance and they're trying to come back another instance. There's a lot of information in the payment data, and you can use it very efficiently to protect against such fraud. Last, before I finish, we automate payment operations. We solve all of these challenges that I just mentioned in a very, very efficient way. The metric I am most proud about in Tipalti is 98% customer satisfaction. Not satisfaction, retention. Satisfaction is one thing, but we only 2% of our dollars churn every year, which is a phenomenal metric. We have great customers. Twitch, now Amazon, Twitter, Interactive, Roku. You see some of these logos here, and we're very proud in all of our customers, but also in those here up there. If you have any questions on this topic, if I can be of help, please reach me later. We have a booth downstairs, and I'll be available there. Thank you very much.